Good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Good evening, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, all right. So I'll be sharing my screen. Kindly acknowledge my screen is visible. Is my screen is visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
So today we'll be discussing the week 9 and week 10 programming part, people. So I hope everybody would have got this one, right? Like the in online GDP, you would have got the questions for week 9 and 10. Did you all get the notification for that, people?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please. Okay, so in that one, we'll be discussing the questions today. Okay, so the first question is about finding the maximum number element in a 2D array, which means first, how to create a matrix, people. Yes, how to create a matrix. So first, we'll be having the row and column values, right? Am I audible, everyone? Yes, am I audible? Okay, thank you for your response. So here we have the rows and columns. So let's say I'm creating a 3 cross 4 matrix. So how many rows and how many columns, people? So we'll have the 0th row, then first row, then what are the other rows, people? Do we have the how many rows remaining? Still one more row, right? That is nothing but the second row. So by this way, we have the 3 rows. And how many columns each row have? Yes, how many rows, people? So we'll have the 0th, row, 0th column, then
0th column, first column, and second column.
yes, first column and second column. Do we have any other columns other than this?
Yes, ma'am. One more
Yes, ma'am.
column,
Third
third
column.
column.
Yeah, we have the third column as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So now we have this matrix of 3 cross 4 matrix. Now what I have to do, I have to find the maximum element in the whole matrix. So generally, if it is a 1D array, which is nothing but, let's say I have the elements is 10, 45, 12, and 92. So in this array, 1D array, how will you find the maximum element? Yes. So initially, we'll be having a variable m or maxi value, which is the array of zeroth element. Then you'll compare with all the other elements, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Similarly, here what I need to do, first I have to do for the first row, then the second row and the third row. So I have to iterate through all the rows and columns. Then I have to come to the conclusion, which is the maximum element. Is this thing clear? Okay, everyone? So here we have got the array elements is 519263749. So first what I'll do, in max value, I'll arrange it with the A of 0, 0, which is nothing but 5. So as of now, I'm making 5 as the maximum. Then what I have to do? I have to iterate through the rows, right? Then do we have to use the nested loop or what? We need to use. So that is for iterating through the column. Then what has to be done? Yes, next what has to be done? We have to check from all like 0th row, all the columns from 0th column to the n minus 1 and here 0 to m minus 1. M cross n is the size of the matrix. So what I have to do, I have to check. What is the condition check, people? What is the condition check? Array of that particular element. Let's say I'm iterating through 1. If 1 is greater than the maximum element, what I need to do? Imagine 9 or let's say 8. 8 is greater than 5. Yes or no? Is 8 is greater than 5 or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Of course, yes. So what I need to do? If it is greater, I have to change that m is equal to 8 as of now. Because now 8 is the maximum element. Is it clear, people? Then let's say I'm just encountering 12. If 12 is greater than the m, of course 12 is greater than 8. So what I need to do? Maximum has to be 12. So this has to be the condition check you need to give. If the question is clear to you all, everyone? Okay, great. Can you all try writing the code then? Okay, I'm just giving you 10 minutes of time, people. Try writing the code for the same. Okay. And here you have to write the code from the beginning, like from hash include like header file and all to be done. Okay, I'm just giving 5 minutes of time. Try completing it. People, have you completed the code? If yes, you can share your answers in the chat box. Or you want some more time? Please do this, people. I'll just give you further 3 more minutes. Try completing it. How many of you have completed the code, people? Has everyone completed the code? Yes. Do you want some more time or should we do it as a code alone now? Should we do it as a code alone? Students, am I audible to you all? Then to respond people when you have completed the code. Okay, I'm just giving 2 more minutes. Try completing it, then we'll discuss the solution. Or shall I start with discussing the solution? Okay, now we'll start discussing the solution now. So what I have to do here, what is the first step? Okay, so first let's get the input for all the cases. So before that we are including the header file. So we hash include std IP and just giving us void main. Next what I have to do, I have to create a m rows and n column. That thing I have to create it. So I'm just giving the m and n values. Then we have to create an array of m cross n cells. So before that, we have to get the input. So %d comma %d comma ampersand m and ampersand n values. What is the next step? Yes, people, what is the next step? We have to get the array input, right?
Run a loop to get the input. We have
Yes, we have to use the
to use a for loop
exactly
to take an input.
nested loop or the single loop.
Nested loop because
Nested
there
loop.
are two-dimensional array.
Yes, as it's two-dimensional array, we need to use the like nested loop for getting the for first loop is for row or column. Which one?
First is for
First for the
row,
row, then for the column.
second for a column.
Yes, so first is for the this is for the column. So what is the in the range of 0 to n values? So we have to write that now. That's what I think equal to 0. I should be less than the m and I plus. Then j loop in j is equal to 0. J should be less than the m and j plus plus. So we have to use the scalar quotation for central d comma ampersand and ij. Okay, after getting the input, what do you need to do? Yes, after this we have to declare the variable m, which has to be the 0, 0th value is assigned. Because we are not sure whether the array contains the negative element or not. If I'm assigning with 0, what will happen? What if the array, all the elements are negative? So what will happen? I'll get 0 is the maximum, but 0 is not at all an element in the list, right? Is that thing clear to you all? Okay. So what I need to do next? I need to start with the comparisons. That's it.
And we need to again do a nested loop for comparison.
Yes, exactly. Here also we should use the nested looping. That is for of int I is equal to 0. All the rows should be checked. So till m and then I plus plus. Next has to be for j is equal to 0. J should be less than m and j plus plus. Then I have to give the condition. If the m is less than the array of ij, what I need to do, I have to reinitialize that m is equal to array of ij. Then what I need to do, at the end, I have to print it. It is printf quotation percentage d comma m. That's it. Okay, let's run the code. Oh, okay. Here I have to give a different variable name. I'm just giving us maxi. Here also maxi. Here also it has to be maxi. And here also it should be maxi. Array name should be here. So here I'm giving 3 cards, 4 elements. I'm giving the values is 12, 26, 10, 99, 92, 67, 110. We give the other value is 7, then 45, and 6, and 91, and 1, 0. Can you see we have got of plus 110, which is the correct answer. So let's test it against the test cases. Yeah, all the test cases were passed. After this test cases are passed, you have to submit it so that your code will be evaluated. Is it clear to you? I think it has got some. Is it clear? Okay, I'll share the code in the chat box for your reference. Yes, people, I have shared the code. Just go through the code once, then we'll go ahead with the next question. Yes, people, have your go through the code. Should we go ahead with the next questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine, we'll go ahead with the next question. So we have to go ahead with the second question. Okay, so what I have to do here is I have to find the transpose of a 2D matrix. Okay, what is a transpose?
Row is converted into column and column is converted to row.
Yes. Uh, 1, 2, 3. Is my writing so visible, people? Okay, let's say these are the array elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I have to transpose it, what will be the answer?
147 258 369.
Yes, 147. So it will be converted in such a way that 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, and 8, and 3, 6, and 9. Which means this column has to be converted into the row here. Same with second column is converted into a row, and third column is converted into the third row. Is it clear? Then what can be the idea for these people? How to convert this? By manually, we know like how to convert like rows to column and column to row like that. In a program, how to do that? Any idea? Can you come up with the idea first? Then we can discuss and then we can go ahead with the solution. Okay, I'll just give you 3 minutes of time for coming up with the idea, people. Then we'll discuss the idea and then with the solution. Okay, fine. Can you able to hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
But now I'm clearly audible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, people, what is the idea for this question? We have to flip n and m, okay. After running the loop and take the all, okay. Yes, first we have to take all the values, then we have to flip it in, well, like how to store it or how to print it. Imagine that you have to store it in a way, like in a transposed array. Then how will you do that? You can use pointers also, or you can use normal way as well. It's your wish. Normally, you can just use the 2D array and then you can just transpose it and print it, or you can use the arrays also. It's up to you. Can you all try the code then? Okay, so before that, I'll tell you people, let's say m and n values has to be switched. Then you can store that. Like, let's say how to store that. Let's say if the value is like, okay, what is the index values for all these things first? So here we have 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 1, and 2, 2. So 0, 0 is unchanged, but 0, 1 is changed to 1, 0. 0, 2 is changed to 2, 0. So what is happening here? Row and the column indexes were changed, right? Huh. So similarly, you can see 2, 0 is changed to 0, 2. So ij is changed into ji. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have to change the indexing accordingly. So can you all try writing the code, people? Yeah. And once you're done with the code, you can share your answers in the chat box as well, people. Okay.
Ma'am, I have completed the code, but I'm not being able to copy it from the platform.
Yeah, copy paste is disabled actually.
Ma'am, I have passed all the tests.
Okay, great. Then it's fine. No issues then. Okay, you have completed. Fine, good. What is your approach?
Ma'am, after the input, I basically made another array B, and
Mm-hmm.
wherein in the first in the original array the it was like row into column.
Okay.
So in the transpose array B, I
Mm.
did first the columns then the rows, so it gets
Okay.
inverted. And I took two temporary variables, temp and temp1, and
Okay.
for the upper leftmost value, I
Mm.
just did b0 of 0 equals a0 of 0, that thing. and
Okay.
and then I've started again with nested loops, and this time I have used I equals 0, I less than rows, since I've inverted the thing. Then inside for j equals 0, j less than calls, and j plus plus. And inside I've took the temp. Temp equals a of I of j, and
Okay.
then in the next line b of j of I equals temp. So basically I'm taking the values from adjacent sides and storing them to another sides, but the rows and columns are just inverted that way.
Yeah, this also sounds good. You just try with the other approaches also. Just think of the other approach, is it possible or not, and then go ahead. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, good. Others, try writing the code. I'll just give you 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, we'll discuss the solution. Okay. Have you all completed the code, people? Yes, please do respond. All right, shall we discuss the solution then, people? So what I need to do here? So first, as usual, first let's get the input and all. So hash include stdio.h. Then void main. Then I'm just giving the, okay, here also we need to get the row and the column size. So I'm just giving as n and n, sorry, m and n, or let's name it as row and column. Then we have to create an array of row size and column size, row and column size. Okay. So before that, we have to use the scanner class to get the input. So for row as well as the column. So Anderson row and Anderson column. Okay, what has to be done then? We have to get the input for the array. So for of int I equal to 0, I should be less than the row and I plus plus. Then we have to use for int j is equal to 0, j should be less than the column and j plus plus. Then use the scanner quotation percentile d comma Anderson array of ij. What is the next step, people? Actually, we can create a transpose matrix of what has to be its size, row column or column row?
Column row.
Exactly, it should be of column and row. Then
Then we have to transform a for loop.
so what I can do is, so even here we can just assign it with the transpose matrix. So let me just, okay, then, so here let me give it as int trans of column and row. So what I can do is here straight away I can give it as transpose of ji is equal to the array of ij. Is this thing clear, people, to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
So now what I need to do, I have to print the transposed matrix. So what has to be the row size here? What has to be the row
Uh,
size?
I
Hmm?
row size equal to column.
Exactly. Row should be equal to column I plus plus. And here,
Uh, row.
yes, j should be equal to the row value and then j plus plus. So here only we have to print the value. So print of quotation percentile t. So here we need to give some space between both the input, both the output. So space comma. Here which matrix should be used? Transpose or the array?
Array.
If I print array, what will happen?
No, ma'am. Transpose matrix.
Yeah, if I print the array, it is nothing but the original array. But we want a transposed matrix. So we need to give it as trans of ij. Then after each row, what has to be done? A new line has to be made. So backslash n. That's it. Shall we run the code here? 2 cross 3 matrix. Let's give it as 2 rows and 3 columns, right? 10, 20, and 30. Then 40, 50, and 60. Can you see it has been changed? So now let's test the code. See, all the test cases were passed. Now we can submit the code.
Ma'am, it is necessary to make a transform matrix, or we can do like first we will initialize row and column, then second we will take another variable and it is equal to column, and second variable and it is equal to row, then we will put in a column.
You
We
can
can
do in
do in
any
that way
ways.
also.
Yeah, you can do it in any ways.
Okay, ma'am.
You can take a one more matrix and you can just arrange, like assign the values like ij or something like that, or you can just use the pointers to swap. Even you can use that, which means there the extra array is not used in that case.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So any doubts so far, people? Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, people have shared the second question also. You can just go through that. Just go through the second code, then we'll go ahead with the next questions. Okay. Have you all go through the code, people? Shall we go ahead with the next question? Okay, so then we'll go ahead with the third question, people. So here you have to add the border elements. What can be the border elements? All right. So I'll tell you people. So border element in the sense of, let's say, which is in the sides of all the four sides, which is nothing but, let's say I'm giving the elements is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8, and 9. Let's give 12, 14, and 17. So now what? Which are all the border elements? 1, 3, and 12, 14, 17, 9, 8, and 2. So all these are the border elements. Is this thing clear, people? Except 5 and 6, all the other elements fall for like that are the border elements, which means like it should be the either so which means it should be either the first row or the last row or first column or the last column. Are you all agreeing to this?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you all try writing the code? Okay. Yeah, try writing the code, people. I'll just give you 5 minutes of time and then we'll discuss the solution for this. Okay. Yes, Abhay Tiwari, you're right. Gaurans, it's like in I, the some letters are missing. Just check that. Otherwise, it's fine.
Ma'am, I think like when I copied and pasted it here, then the scanf and the printf words got disappeared.
Okay, so in the condition I'm saying, like, see, it has to be like I equal to, right?
Yes, ma'am. If I equal to 0 or I is equal to m minus 1 should be there.
Yeah, I equal to m minus n, one should be there. Otherwise, it's fine.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
And you're adding up all the elements and then you're printing the sum. Yeah, fine, good. Others try to complete it as up. Just one more minute.
Ma'am, are there more questions like after the ninth one?
After week
And
9, you can just go ahead with the week 10.
but ma'am, it's not showing the question there.
I'll check.
Are they like for week 10? Are they there?
Actually, it is below week 1. You can check.
Okay, I'm just coming.
Yeah, see, it's below week 1.
Okay, ma'am. Like week 10, there are three problems: one, two, and three.
Repeat.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. All right. Others, have you all completed, ma?
Yes, ma'am, done.
Row and the column values. Then we have to use scanf, quotation, percentile t space, percentile t comma ampersand, row and the column values. And then I have to create an array of row and column for of I equal to 0. I should be less than the row and I plus plus. And then we have to create a j loop in j is equal to 0, j less than the column and j plus plus. Then scanf, ampersand, array of ij values. That's it. Then what has to be done, people? Yes, I need to create a variable sum equal to 0. And after getting the input, what we can do? We can check the condition that if the I is equal to 0 or I is equal to row minus 1 or j is equal to 0 or j is equal to column minus 1. So in these cases, what I have to do? I have to add it in the sum. So sum plus is equal to array of ij. Is it clear to you all? Which means I'm covering the first row or the last row, first column or the last column values. Then at last you can add the print statement for the percentile d comma sum value. No other extra things to be added. That's it. You can just give the same values: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's it. We have got the same output 40. So let's test it against the test cases. Can you see? The test cases were also passed. Now submit the code, people. That's it. Is it clear to you all? Great. Now I'm sending the solution, people. You can just copy the code also. Just go through the code for 2 minutes, then we'll go ahead with the other questions. Okay. Have you all go through the code, people? Shall we go ahead with the next questions? Great. So people, you can just check the week 10 question, which is below week 1. Okay, so the first question is read the integers from the file and print their sum. Okay, so the thing is, you have got like you have to print it and then you have to just add this line also. Nothing but first you have to get the input. Like first you have to read from the input file, which is input1.txt, and then you have to read the list of integers. In the input one, you can see they have given 4 integers. There is 4, 3, 2, and 1. So what you need to do, you have to compute the sum of integers. So what will be the sum value? Nothing but the 10, right? Because 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. So next what you have to do, you have to write it in the output file as well as you have to print that value. Is it clear? Is the question is clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you all try writing the code then? Sorry for the interruption, people. I'm just yeah. Is my screen is visible now? Great. Okay, people, just write the code for this. Okay. So the thing is, you have to read the input file and then you have to just like add all the integers in the input file. Then what you need to do, you have to write it in the output file and then you need to print that. Is it clear? Okay. I'll just give 5 minutes of time, people. Just do it. Okay. People have you completed the code? Or do you want some more time? Please do respond. Shall we do it as a code along then? Is that fine, people? Please do respond. Okay, fine, great. So first thing is, as usual, we have to import the stdio.h founder, then void main. Okay, so next what I should do, people? I have to create the file names, right? So first, and just they said that all the things input file and output file has to be read from the input. So I have to give the input file name. Okay, we can just give the 100. Similarly, I have to create the output file name also. So output underscore file of 100. Next, what has to be done, people? After creating the, okay, let's say you are getting the input file. After that, what you have to do? You have to create a file pointer, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so here also we should create a file pointer. So how to create a file pointer?
Asterisk and name of the file.
Yes, file star. There is as like we have to give that star, and then we have to give the file name. Let's say I'm giving us input file like this. Similarly, I have to create a pointer for the output file also. Okay. After doing what we have to do, I have to create the n and s value. Is that right, people?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So s has to be initialized to 0. I'm just giving this int s is equal to 0. What is the next step? We have to get the input output files. So we have to use the scanf, or you can use fgets of method also. What is the difference between the scanf and fgets? I mean gets of and scanf.
I mean, scanf, we are taking the input from the user. In f
Hmm.
gets just getting some values from the file.
Okay, gets of and scanf. Without space, like in scanf, if it encounters a space, it will stop getting the input. But in case of gets of, until the file reading is done, it will keep getting the input. Okay, so then I'm just giving us input underscore file of. Similarly, we have to get the output file also. All right. Okay. So next, what has to be done? We have to open the input file in the read mode, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So input file is this is the pointer in here. Input file, and then I have to use the f open of. What has to be what are the parameters should be given for this? We have to give F open of whatever is the file name and then which mode has to be done. That is input underscore file, comma, read mode. Okay. Then I have to check if for input file is equal to null means what we have to do? We have to stop the process, which means there is a issue in reading the file, so we have to stop the process. Otherwise, okay, while reading the file, you have to use fscanf or fprintf. What has to be done while reading? Yes, people, please do respond. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, then tell me, ma, do we have to use the fscanf or fprintf?
If scanner.
Yes, if it is, if we are opening in the read mode, we have to use the fscan. So I'm just giving us fscanf of. So what has to be scanned? What are the parameters for fscan? First has to be the input file, then what value, I mean, what data type it is. It is of integer, so percentage d, comma, what has to be read? The number has to be read. So now I am going to give it in the while loop because we are not sure how many inputs are there. So until the not equal to the end of file. Until then, it has to keep getting the input. So after getting the input, what we have to do? We have to add it in the s variable. So s plus is equal
Submit.
to
Yes.
the yes. In yes, we have to add it. After that, what we have to do? We have to close the file. So f close of input file. That's it. Now what we have to do? Whatever the answer we have gotten is yes, we have to write it in the output file. So what we have to do for writing it? We have to use the output file. We have to open the output file in which mode, people?
Writing mode.
Yes. So here I have to open the output file in the write mode. Then again the same condition. If the output file is equal to null, then we have to stop the process of return. Otherwise, otherwise what has to be done? We have to print it. That is using the fprintf. So fprintf of what we have to print, people?
Output file.
Yes. First we have to give the output file. Then I have to give this
Percentage D.
yes percentile d and the s value. That's it. Then we have to close this file. So f close of output file. That's it. Then we can just give the print of that percentile s. What is this? S value. Sorry, percentile d, right? Yeah. So while running the code, what has to be the first input? Input one dot text, and output file has to be output one dot text. Can you see 10 is getting printed in output also we have got the same thing. Let me execute it again by giving the input text to dot text. The output has to be written in output 2 dot text. Can you see output has output to input 2 was 10 plus 20 plus 30. So in output 2 we have written as 60. That's it. So let's test it. See all the test cases were passed. Then you can submit the score. Is this question is clear to you all? Perfect, people. I'll just send the solution in the chat box. Why it got reloaded? People, I have just sent the code in the solution. You can just, I mean, in the chat, you can check. Okay, go through the code for a minute and then just tell me, people, if you have any doubts. Okay. Isma, have you all go through the code? Shall we go ahead with the next question?
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse
What
me,
did you
ma'am.
say? Yes, yes, please say.
Ma'am, I've tried writing the week 10 first one.
Which one?
Ma'am, are you able to hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I can.
Ma'am, I have tried and written the week 10 first one, but ma'am, I'm getting an error. Can you please help me out?
Yeah, could you please share your screen?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
No.
Array, in eighth line, you have mentioned this file pointers. I mean, in fifth line, you have mentioned file pointers I and F. But in the eighth line, you have mentioned this in and in. That is the issue. No, no, no,
Ma'am,
not there. In fifth line, in fifth line. In
no, no,
fifth
ma'am.
line.
First, like I had named the variables in and out
That is
only.
fine. No, no, that is fine. That is fine. Remove, change it.
Ma'am, like I've changed it, but like still it's showing me an error.
Wait, wait, wait. There are few more changes are there. Wait. Make it like in third line, make it to input and output. In third line, make it as input and output. And in the fifth line, you have mentioned as INF and in OT out F, right? Mention
Yes, ma'am.
change it as in and out. Just change it as in and out.
Okay, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now in the eighth line, F open of input comma read mode. F open of input comma
Okay, ma'am.
read mode. Similarly, in 17th line, F open of output comma W mode. Now close file of out. Yeah, this is fine. Run the code now. Okay, okay, fine. Just run the code first. Don't give test. Give run while it scan of 13. 13th line. Array, it should not be equal to end of file. You have given is equal to 1.
It should be
Change it
equal.
because it's a pointer, right? So that is why it is an issue. Just give it as no, 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 not that it seems. I think so. Ampersand is missing in scan. Is that the reason? Ampersand n. Okay, let it be equal to 1 and then change it as ampersand num. Before num, put ampersand.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, execute the code now. Run. Give input 1 dot text. No, no, no. Give input 1 dot text. Type it
What?
as input 1. Type it as input 1 dot txt. No, no, lowercase I. I has to be lowercase.
Okay, ma'am.
Delete it. No, no, no space, no space, no space. Input 1 dot text, no space in between.
Yes, ma'am.
Enter as output 2 dot text. Same, lowercase, no space, nothing. Mention as output 2 dot output 1 dot text. Output 1 dot text. Txt, yeah, txt. That's it. Not y. Enter. That's it. Okay, now move to the main.c. Open main.c. Open main.c. Main.c. Yes. After F close in 23rd line, hit like again in 23rd line,
Yes, ma'am.
hit enter, printf, spelling mistake, quotation, percentile D, comma, yes. I mean the sum value, sum. Uh, then at the end, semicolon. Now, array 1 is mentioned, just change it. Yeah. Now hit test.
Okay, ma'am.
Done. Now submit the code.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. You can stop sharing your screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any other doubt, people? Shall we go ahead with the next question then?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. People, I have shared my screen. Kindly acknowledge this my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here just count the number of words in a file. Like words are separated by spaces, new lines, or tabs. We just have to count the number of words in it. Is the question is clear, people? So again, you have to read from the input file, then you have to do the other processes. Can you all give it a try?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Yeah, try writing the code for these people, or shall we do it as a code along?
Ma'am, we can do it along.
Okay. Repeat. Shall we do it as a code along, or you wanted to try people? Okay, I'll just give you 5 minutes of time. Just come up with the idea, then we'll just write the code. I mean, not 5 minutes, 3 minutes is fine. After that, we'll write the solution. Is that fine for
Yes, ma'am.
everyone? Yeah, great. Try writing the code, people. Yes. Have you all got an idea, people, like what to do now? Yes, shall we go ahead with the program then? Okay, fine, people. So what we have to do in this case? So first, of course, let's just do the header files and all, library files and all. Okay, after this, what I have to do? I have to just scan. So here also they have mentioned that input and file, output file names has to be right. So first, let's give it as character input underscore file of 100 characters. Then you have to use the output underscore file of 100 characters. Then we have to use the scanf to get the input quotation percentile space input underscore file. Similarly, scanf quotation percentile is comma output underscore file. After this, what has to be done, people? So I'll just is my typings are visible, people?
Yes, ma'am.
So similarly, I'm just creating this output underscore file of 100. Then scanf quotation percentile is comma input underscore file. Similarly, scanf quotation percentile is comma output underscore file. So after this, what has to be done? We have to create a file pointer. So file star input and star output. After this, what we have to do? In input file pointer, we have to use the f open. In f open, what we have to do? First has to be the input file. Okay, input file has to be read in, is it has to be open in the read mode or in the write mode?
Read mode.
Yes, it has to be open on the write mode. Then, what is the next step to be done? I have to check the
If input is equal to null, then like error
yes. We have to
return
stop the
one.
process. Otherwise,
Other otherwise then a while loop and then like count.
yes, we have to use the while loop to count. I'm just using as count is equal to 0 initially. Then, what I have to do is while of so we are just going to get the character that is C. So C is equal to uh, F kids of should I use F kids of or F okay we can use F kids of itself because we have to get a single character. So F kids of I have to open the file right which is nothing but the input file which should not be equal to the end of the then what we have to do here people yes I have to check is space right is space method we can use. To use all those methods, I'm just trying to include the header file as C type, C type dot H. Then what has to be done, people? I can check this space of in the character we have to check. Is it clear? Then after that, I have to check. See, if it is equal to space, what I have to do? I have to check whether we can just increment the count, right? Is it so? Then what we have to do, people? If it is not space, we keep moving further. And we have to check.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Ritesh.
Ma'am, will that be a space CH or C?
See, I have created a variable C, so that's to C. And count is declared in all instances. Yeah. And then after incrementing the count, we have to close this function, close of input file. Then what we have to do, we have to open the output file. So what is the mode of opening the output file? Which mode has to be used? Read or write?
Writing mode.
Yes, writing mode. And of course, we have to check if the output is equal to null means I have to stop the process. Otherwise, what we have to do, we have to write in that. That is f printf of what we have to do. We have to write in the output. What has to be written? The word count. That is percentage d comma count. Then we have to close the output file, and then we have to give the printf of percentage d comma count. If there is no space, what will happen? Like after lines, there is no space, right? I think one count will be less here. It's my bad spelling mistake. I'm just giving us input one dot text. The output has to be followed in output one dot text. It's printing is zero, but the input is there. So only if it is space, it is counting. Mm. Okay, let's do one thing then. Maybe if it is not a word, I mean, like if it is inside the word, also we need to check, right? Initially, I'm just checking for the spaces, and then I have to check whether it is in between the word or not. So we can add one more variable also here. That is to check the word. Or let's increment the count. Initially, let's say the word has to be equal to 0. So why am I taking this one? If there is I have to check whether I'm in the word or not. Initially, though there is no word. So until the if I'm in the word, then I can increment the word count, and then I'll just go ahead with the next word like that. Because if there is no space, what it has to do? I'm not saying that. That's why I'm getting the count as 0 only. So what I'm trying to do here is, if space is there, I will add one more condition, that whether the word is equal to true or not, which means it's somewhere inside the word. If it is word, then increment the count, then change it to the word equal to 0. Otherwise, we can say it is in between the word, so we should not disturb that. And then let me just check this, because for the last case we are not giving, but let me try it. So 0. Input file has to be taken, right? So here also I'm taking the input file. Yes, character C is equal to get C of input file until it is not equal to 0. So now you can see one word we are getting is less. So what I have to do is, at last also I have to give a check whether the word ends without the full stop or not. I mean without the space or not. So I can just give if of word. If it is equal to 1 means I have to increment the count value. That's it. Yes, all the test cases were passed. So the thing which I have mentioned here is, I'm just taking the word here. Or else, let me just try this. See, still you can see one test case is failing. We can just, this is not required also. Without word check also we can do it. Okay. And at the end, we have to add one count, because at the end also we have some words, right? So for that, I'm just adding this. Can you see the test cases were passed? So let's sum up this board. Similarly, let me run this case. There is input one dot text, and the output has to be stored in output one dot text. Done. So similarly, let's run this output dot text. Sorry. Input two dot text. then which has to be stored in output row.text. You can see that 8 test cases will come. That's it. Now, 1 minute, people, there is some network glitch. And people, do you have any doubt in this so far? Isma, please say, do you have any other doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll just share this code, people. People, I'm just sharing the code now. You can just go through that. People, if you have no doubt, you can leave. I'll just try to send all this solution in the discourse. Is that fine? Because it is taking more time to load. I don't know why. Yeah, okay, people. If you have no doubts, you can leave the session. Thank you, everyone. Others, you all can leave, ma.
Excuse me, ma'am.